In today's video, we're going to be looking at a couple of shelters from JRC. On my left here, we've got the Cocoon one man. Yeah, one man, believe it or not, it is massive. And on my right, we've got the JRC Rova Brolly system. But before we get into the video, I would like to introduce Ian, our new videographer. Ian?
Hello? Yeah.
Let's do that again.
Hello CARPologists, as Luke has already mentioned, my name is Ian and I am a new videographer for CARPology. I'm not sure it was part of the job description, but the ginger beard definitely went a long way to helping me land this job, I'm sure. Today I've got the JRC Rova Brolly and I'm going to go through a few details with you guys to see if it's something that you might want to purchase. Like many brollies on the market nowadays, it's got a nice rain gutter that goes around the front, Velcro rod straps, the usual bits and pieces. This one is the Brolly system. That means it comes with a zip-in panel on the front, also comes with a heavy-duty ground sheet and 4 storm poles, 2 for the outsides and 2 for the insides. Okay, so the Rova Brolly has got what they call a 4-spar design. Basically that means there are 4 poles that touch the floor at the back of the brolly. Creates an extremely stable shelter, although it is still very lightweight. It's got a 210D polyester material, like I say, keeping it nice and lightweight, but is extremely waterproof with a hydrostatic head of 5,000mm. So this being the Brolly system, as I mentioned previously, it does come with an infill panel. The infill itself can be used in various different ways. You've got the full waterproof front, you've got the clear window option, and you've also got a mozzie mesh panel. Speaking of mozzie mesh panels, in the back of the brolly you've got 2 vents, both of which are covered with the mozzie mesh, which will come in extremely handy during those warm summer nights, I'm sure. One other thing to be aware of is that this is obviously a brolly system, but it's quite spacious inside. This is a wide boy bed chair which fits comfortably. I could easily get luggage down either side and obviously behind the bed chair, no problems at all. Okay, so I'm going to pass you over to Luke. He's going to go through the JRC and Cocoon one-man bivvy, and then at the end we'll have a little bit of a comparison to see which one might suit your needs best.
Cool, thanks Ian. So we now move on to the Cocoon one-man bivvy, and brolly systems aren't for everyone. Sometimes you want a little bit more comfort or a little bit more room. And like I said in the intro, this is a one man, even though it's a big one man. Now we come on to sizes and things like that a little bit later, but for now, let's go through some of the features. Now, the first thing probably to point out is if you wanted something a little bit more robust, then this is going to be the one for you. This actually has a 10,000mm hydrostatic head, so it will, in theory, be more waterproof. That's not to say that 5,000 won't do you for pretty much all the conditions that you're gonna have to deal with in the UK. But like I say, if you want slightly thicker material, sometimes waterproofing aside, like I say, it's a thicker material, so it lets a bit less light in. So if you're a bit of a light sleeper and you like sleeping in past sunrise, then the heavy duty material or heavier duty material could be the one for you. Now, like I say, this is actually a complete bivvy system, so as you'll see, you've got a decent sized peak above me, and on that peak you've actually got a couple of rod retaining straps, one either side, so it's nice and easy when you're redoing your rods. You haven't got to be trying to kind of prop them up on a peak somewhere and they'll be sliding around. So that's you've basically got tension bars all throughout the back of the bivvy, from back to front, and obviously that's what gives it its nice rigid nature. On the front panel, you've got multiple options, similar to the brolly system itself. You've actually got a clear door, a mozzie panel, and a complete waterproof option, same as both sides as well. Roll these back, then you've basically got Velcro, which holds the little flap in place to keep everything waterproof, a little zip, and then you can roll it back and just pin it in place. So yeah, really nice to have them options. There's also panels in the back as well, and like I said, in terms of size, it's big. So inside I've actually got a wide boy bed chair, loads of room behind it, loads of room in front. Normally with most one-man bivvies, a brew kit in the front like that would take up most of the front, but you've still got room for all sorts of bags and things like that. So from my point of view, being a videographer as well, it's really nice because you've got loads of room for camera kit. So one-man bivvies, generally they are that little bit small, but if you are wanting more room, then something like this is ideal for that. So a couple of other points to mention. I haven't actually got it fitted at the moment, but it does come with a heavy duty ground sheet. And the nice thing, it does also come with an overwrap, which that means it really is a complete bivvy system. Now, using the overwrap, it will give you that little bit more room, but also give you that warmth as well, because it creates an extra layer of air to kind of warm up between the bivvy and the overwrap. So like I say, it gives you more room, so the overwrap will basically come off the peak. So if you've got more stuff with you in winter, if you've got more warm kit and you need that bit more room, it will help with that. But like I say, it will actually keep the bivvy that bit warmer as well. But in summer, you can almost use it as a Pramhood sort of brolly system. So you're going to have that big peak, you can take the front completely off. So it's going to stop any light rain or anything like that coming in, because the peak comes out so far compared to where your bed's going to be. Let's kick off this summary. So, do you prefer the bivvy or do you prefer the brolly? Now, the dimensions are somewhere on screen now, wherever Iain decides to put them. So they are very different in size, and obviously they've got very different uses, but they do still kind of, you can use each one in any situation. So what would you say yours is best suited for?
Well, obviously this being a brolly, realistically it's better suited to quick overnighters, short sessions, maybe a day session if it's chucking it down with rain. Like Luke said, once you zip the front on, it does kind of turn into a small version of a bivvy, but in all honesty, if you want to fish through the harshest of winters, the one man is definitely the way forward. It
is. So obviously this has got a lot more space, like I've outlined in this video. It's got the higher hydrostatic head. God, got there in the end. So it's that little bit more hard wearing, but there's nothing to say that you can't do a couple of nights in this. Or to be honest, I've done a week in a brolly before, so it's more than enough. If you're someone that normally just does the odd night or something like that, but then you've got a week's holiday to France, you can easily cope with that. Yeah. But if you want something, like I say, a little bit more comfortable, a little bit harder wearing, then the bivvy is going to be the one to go for. But obviously there is a difference in price as well. So one of these you can find for, if you shop around, about 340 quid, maybe slightly cheaper. But you've got to remember that that comes with the overwrap as well. So it is a complete bivvy system. Iain, what's yours come out at?
The brolly with all the zipping panels, etc., comes out at about 275, but a couple of places have got special deals on, so you might get a bargain if you shop about, like Luke said.
Yeah, so there's definitely pros and cons for each of them. One of them I'm sure will suit your needs more than the other, but like I say, they can be used for pretty much anything. Either of them can be. If you want comfort, then obviously the bigger one's going to be the better option. If you want something a bit lighter and more for quick overnighters, then the smaller brolly is going to be the option. But if you want more information, head over to the JRC website. For more videos like this, make sure you subscribe to CARPology and follow all our social media bits as well. So put something nice in the comments for Iain as his first video.
Yeah, please be kind.
But yeah, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.
See ya.